Welcome back to the Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast, episode 287, I think.
Yep.
Man, if you ignore that number and then go 8 and 7, you're starting to count downwards. So that's about that math.
Yep. Just add a 6 to the next one. We'll be done.
That's a long ways
2876.
away.
Just a
That's a
little.
long way. Bro, I don't know. What happens? We are now longer. We've probably gone longer than most of the long anime out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna always
a
bring up
couple.
One Piece. You're gonna bring up One Piece as like the creme de la creme of like long
I
TV
think
shows.
there's one or two that are even longer than One Piece, actually.
Are there? What are they?
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't either. They're
Okay.
like obscure nothings.
How can
I
you
think
How can you have more than 1,000 episodes and be an obscure nothing? How do you get the funding and like viewership? What? What are these shows I've never heard of? Watching grass grow in real time animation. Oh, are we gonna talk like? I guess. Are we gonna talk all of like, uh, the Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball extended universe?
no, it's like they're like children episodes, I think.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
So it's like
That's not real.
whatever the fuck this thing is, apparently.
That's not real.
Uh
That's not real.
Lan Mao, Then you got Ninja Boy Rentaro. Then you got Prince Macaru. Yeah, I don't know.
Bro, most of these picked an animation style back when they started and never pivoted.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
I don't know. See, this is why I said I didn't know.
What are we?
Because I knew that this was the answer.
What is that?
I don't know.
Detective Conan, case closed. What the? Okay, well,
Yeah, it's been running forever, apparently. And then you got One Piece.
Wait, go back down to Detective Cannon.
I think it's Conan.
I mean, that's the only one that's like maybe like that'd be one to.
I've heard of Detective Conan before.
Good things.
Things, I guess. I don't know. Not bad,
Okay.
apparently. Not like I want to watch it, but like I've seen it around.
Maybe one day you will want to watch it.
No, I don't think so.
No, you're not a detective?
I don't think so, bud. I don't think so.
Damn. Well, okay then. Fuck. Sorry. I mean, you're almost halfway done with One Piece. Or I think you're halfway.
I think I'm over.
You're 5? I thought you were in the 4s last time you said.
I think I'm in the 6s.
Are you in the 6s?
Let me look.
I thought you didn't get too far after the time skip, which I thought was like 5s. Which I guess would be more than 4.
664.
Gotcha.
A year and 4 months ago.
Gotcha.
5 months ago. Year and 5. Almost a year and a half.
Alright, well. Guess I was
One
wrong.
of these days, it'll be time to pick that back up.
Maybe never.
Possibly.
You know what I read?
Deep down, it kind of annoys me that it just skipped like all of it.
Well, yeah, like why even watch the show?
Yeah.
I know Herd does it on purpose just to make us mad.
I couldn't care less what her does, man. I know that he's gonna do whatever the fuck he's gonna do, so. But dit and just skipping over the whole thing, yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sorry. So
So
what were you saying?
so I reinvested in a second wireless mouse.
Same mouse or
No, this
okay?
is like literally. This is my. I don't want to. This is my like. I get to lean back and
Oh,
recline mode.
second, like you have two of them.
I have two mouse. I have two
Okay.
mice plugged in,
Yeah.
and this is my like. I'm trying to get better at the laser. I was really good at
Mm-hmm.
one point. Where like doing the laser to like.
Uh-huh.
But now but it also this one also has the back buttons on it. So I
You almost gotta hold it upside down
yeah, that's what I'm.
when you do the uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, I'm
So
saying like point it at yourself.
yeah, I sometimes do the chest, and I do the
Yeah, I'll do a leg every once in a while.
my shorts. I do a lot of YouTube shorts now when I'm leaning back. So all I do is I just have to hit the
The
scroll wheel.
scroll, yeah.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
then I can if someone starts talking, I do the quick pause, which is just the click.
Mm-hmm. Like
Yeah,
I there have been many times when I like hold my arms up like this and my mouse is in my hand because
yeah,
of push to talk. It's nice. But then
yeah.
again, I also have the pedals, so they can work too.
I'm still quite upset you've never used the pedals to lean in a video game.
It's okay. So there's this weird disconnect to me, right? And I've found it even in like racing games, right?
Hmm.
When I'm sitting at my computer, my feet don't work like I think they should. And it's weird.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like in a car for instance, you know, when
Yeah.
I had my last truck in my car, like there's some precise foot movements to downshift correctly and like rev match, right?
Yeah.
I could do it all day long. No problem. You put them pedals under my desk and something is missing. That I just they don't work the same way. My feet do not work correctly. It's
Hmm.
weird. And I think I got mind flooded when I tried leaning in a video game with it. Like didn't work right. My head
I mean,
just said no.
just left
I
foot lean.
I understand. And
Maybe
my
maybe you should physically try leaning like when you're like maybe that would help like actually like
put like
shift your
weight
body.
sensor just
Yeah.
put weight sensors in the chair. So that way like you're it knows when you're leaning. Yeah, that's what we need. We need chairs that read about weight. Also,
You know,
fucking Windows updates. God damn it.
um you know what I just reread an article about recently that blew people's mind away. What was I guess it was kind of an article, kind of a Reddit post, but someone posted I forget where it was, but it was like a Connect system scanning in like some sort of security setting. I think they as people walked by for like stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And people are like there was a group of people like memeing on it like bro what is this like blah 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 and then um there were like the people that actually posted articles and like information on how the Connect was like so far ahead of its time and like one of the best like motion capture like camera tracking like
Yeah. It was always
the piece of
like pretty good.
technology was like so ahead of its time and the majority of it was being funded by the fact that kids wanted to like can you imagine like the Connect with Among Us nowadays where like some kids pretending to run and like stat like I don't know.
Yeah. I think those cameras came too early, to be honest with you.
They did. They were crazy though. Apparently they were just like no, apparently somehow the technology was just super nuts, but they didn't have like this might have been speculation, but they were like trying to find a way to fund it and like just like graphics cards, the consumer gaming market is a great way to fund like tech projects if you can figure out a way to like gamerify it. That's why we have like such good like rendering for
Yeah.
like movies and stuff because like the gaming
Yeah.
industry has pushed graphic card like
Yeah. Or like military using controllers. It's the same concept. Like it's something that already got funded and is known by a mass of the population. Just use it. Why
yeah.
spend $5,000 on like a HOTAS controller when you could just plug in an Xbox 360 controller and be done with it?
Yeah, but yeah, that was my article. I was like, huh, kind of forgot about that thing, and then also forgot how great it was. Um, but to a point you made earlier, so you have no manual driven drivetrain cars in your
The
life at
only
the
th-
moment,
the only thing that has gears is my tractor. Correct.
which I'm assuming is a lot different than a car just because of other reasons. It's not like the same
Um,
situation.
it's
Is it one of
slightly
those
different.
tractors that has like 50 gears in it that you can go from like every.
So, okay, here are the differences, right? The clutch is a two-stage clutch. You push the clutch halfway and it stops the tractor. You push the clutch all the way, it stops the PTO.
Okay.
So, just that alone is a little different. Then there's a 1 through 4 shifter between my legs on top of the transmission. Okay?
Yes.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Think of that like a speed selector. Do I want to crawl or do I want road gear? And you smack that into one of them.
But okay, so it's not necessarily like going up the gears, it's you selecting the speed you want to go and then it goes that speed, but not necessarily upshifting into the right gears.
Kind of. I wasn't quite done yet.
Okay.
There's also a shifter on the column. That's 1, 2, 3 reverse.
Okay.
So you pick one down on the bottom and one on the column, and it's kind of like a multiplication problem.
What if you don't want to go to reverse? Is it just like multiplying by like 0?
Well, no, there's basically what happens is in normal use, you pick a gear on the bottom of like, do I want to be doing really fine, slow things or do I want to be flying? So, like, my go to is third gear, right? So I'll
Hmm.
put it in third, and then that just stays there. And then I shift usually to second because, like, most of these gears you can get to from stopped. Like, you don't have to be shifting through gears. So most of the time, it's 3 on the bottom and then a 2 in the column or a reverse in the column.
Oh, 1 2 reverse, not 1 2. I thought you were saying that all top 3 were reverses. I thought you were like,
No, there's 1, 2, 3 and reverse.
so you have
So I could be in gear
9 gears?
3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. It's 12 forward and 4 reverse.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, barring the fact that you have to like barring the fact that you're like manually like assigning every fucking
Yeah.
speed differential and like what
Mm-hmm.
you can again, like you said, you probably don't even have to be moving for maybe half of them at least to get into them, maybe
The
more.
only ones that can be tricky are the fourth gear ones.
And I'm assuming you go into fourth gear like once in a blue moon.
Uh, Basically only when I'm on the road. I don't think I've
So,
ever used fourth gear on my property.
okay.
Fourth
So
gear is terrifying, by the way.
I'm assuming it is. You're not supposed to go fast. Like there's some
Like,
vehicles you're just not supposed to go fast in.
I think the top speed of that tractor is like 22 miles an hour. And when you do that 22 miles an hour, it is terrifying
I'm assuming
because
it shakes violently.
it's not so much the shaking, it's the steering. Because, like, you could be going straight and go like this, and it does nothing.
You
So you
know?
just, like, there's so much play in everything. And it's fine, except when you're trying not to smash into cars on the road.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be going in fourth. Maybe that third gear. How far are you going down the road with that thing? 100 feet?
Well, I drove it home a couple miles from the dude I bought it from.
Oh my god. We're we're gonna just backing up traffic for a mile.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They can go
Pivoting
around. It's fine. Okay,
pivoting
so
away
your
from that.
original question. I don't own any manual vehicles. generally correct, except for my four wheeler and my tractor. Four wheeler is also manual.
But I'm guessing again. I've done four wheeler manual before. It's very different than a vehicle. At least mine. Like it was all
Same
like
concept, different hands and feet.
okay. The one I did was like a bike almost. I was just like shifting between gears like on a bike, kind of. I twisted some
Okay.
knob and it like switched gears.
Oh no no no! I have real like it's like a motorcycle
Okay,
basically.
gotcha.
But
How
so what's the
long?
question?
How long or how many years do you think it'll be until you get rusty in a vehicle for manual driving? To the point, not the point that you forget, not the point that you couldn't like get it, but like how long until you like sit down and it like you maybe stall out the first couple minutes, just within the first couple minutes, just because oh damn, it's been 5, it's been 10, it's been
So
15 years since I've done this.
I don't care who you are. As if you're trying to be nice to a vehicle, the first time there's always a risk of stalling because there's a sort of learning the vehicle, right?
Yep.
Like I could rev it to the moon and slowly ease out the clutch, and sure, no matter what, I'm not going to stall. But that's not being nice to the clutch, you know. You're riding the clutch at a high RPM, not good. So driving like a normal person, there's always a risk of stalling the first time. I think it's going to be like riding a bike to me, where even if I don't do it for a long, long time, I don't think it would be that much of an issue. Give me 5 minutes and I'll be fine, no
Okay.
matter what, I think.
I was curious if you had it like after like 5 years. I'm assuming. Yeah, I was curious.
No,
Curious if
I
you
don't
had
think it
ever
would
thought
be.
about it.
It hasn't really came up in my mind. Like, if somebody was like, hey, drive my car, and they said, oh, it's a manual, I would never be concerned about it. I might make an ass out of myself stalling as I pull out the first time, but I would like once is probably enough for me to know. Oh, okay, got it.
Yep,
Adjust.
gotcha. Because
Yeah, I
it's
don't think it would be anything
just
really.
like with the way it's going, the likelihood that you even get many
Yeah,
opportunities to drive a traditional clutched vehicle will
yeah,
go down and then it could be like 20 years. Someone has one in a garage. They have to have you move because you say you know how to do it, and you sit down and be like, "Oh shit."
yeah. I mean,
You sit down like, "Oh, it's been a while."
yeah. I think it's like the whole riding a bike thing. Like, if you waited 20 years and then hopped on a bike, you think you could do it?
I'm gonna be honest. It's been a while since I put myself on a bike.
Yeah. Are you concerned about getting? Would you, if I was like, hey, I'm coming over tomorrow and I'm bringing bikes, get on, let's go.
Yeah, I could do it. I would definitely be worried on like some things I'm not remember. Like, I definitely think like I would forget like the limits of like some. I would forget the limits of like how comfortable I was with like turning or going off sidewalks and stuff. When like
Sure. But like just riding down the street?
now my road bike, I do have a road bike.
Okay, road
Th-
bike,
that thing, that thing is like it's not dangerous, but it's like you got very little play with it. Like the tires
yeah,
are like X like a centimeter large.
sure. Look at you using the metric system.
The inch was not. It was just like a
It's
half
because it's
inch,
stupid. That's
point
why.
0.5 inch.
Uh huh.
Exactly. That's even more precise. I did a point.
Yeah.
Um,
So I don't see any issue. Talk to me in
I
20
had a
years. I'll let you
I
know.
had a road bike that had a really interesting gear system. Bike, road bike.
Speaking of me not owning a manual vehicle, it's getting cold. You know what's nice?
Yeah.
Remote start.
Oh yeah.
Also, you know what else is nice? Remote start that automatically puts on a seat heater.
Yes, and steering wheel.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh yeah, here it is. Fucking
I, I wish
first
I
road
could
bike.
disable my truck yelling at me when I get out of it with my keys, though.
Eh. Just leave them in.
But like, I just leave them in my pocket. Oh God, that's no, thank you.
That was the first road bike I used for like an actual thing. Had a gear shifter like that, and
That
it
just
was.
looks like they were trying to cut costs by not putting them on the handlebars.
No, it was like before the days that they understood how to like do it through the handlebars, because it just went right down like it was like right on the base. It was so
I
the
mean, I
front it
get
was
it.
like the left one was for the big gears in the front, and the right one was for the littler gears in the back. So you like found that like your tractor, you found that sweet spot between like three,
Mm-hmm.
but then there was like so many gears. You had like six on the back and three on the front. So you had
Mm-hmm.
18 different combinations. No fucking idea. And you don't know because you're just pulling a lever and you're like,
Yeah.
especially the back one, you're just like pulling. You're pulling until it feels good. It's all about feel.
Yeah. Exactly. And to come back a little bit to the whole pedals with my computer, I think that's the problem. I think it's the fact that I don't feel RPMs in my feet. Like I never, when I'm
So
driving a vehicle, I never look at the tachometer, the RPM gauge. That was always a by feel and sound thing.
So what you're saying is we get a Raspberry Pi to run a program that monitors the speed, and then we get like a rumble motor for underneath your chair, and then just like
Honestly, it
rumble.
would probably help a lot. Yeah. Like that would
Yeah,
be, yeah.
yeah.
Also, they're bottom mount pedals instead of top mount, and I've never had a vehicle with bottom mount pedals. So that might also be freaking me out.
I feel like that wouldn't matter much to me.
I agree, but then I don't know why my feet are so stupid at my computer.
I mean, I guess
So,
I don't know. Maybe. I guess maybe I'd want my feet elevated. I feel like maybe I'd want my feet elevated if they were floor mounted, so they're not like sitting on the ground and leaning on the pedals. But that's how my like it is on my car. Like I don't know.
I know, trust me, I know. I don't understand what it is either.
Um, just saying. I always wanted one of you guys to get into like iRacing or racing sim.
Yeah, well,
You guys all bought wheels, and then like no one actually got into anything.
I've used it a few times.
Yeah, but like, again, I want
I
someone
know
to go
you want the
like
dedication, and I don't think
I
I
want
have the
like a
dedication.
slight bit of dedication. Like I went to like
Yeah,
the way you guys would do load up Trackmania to do runs. I was hoping one of you guys would like load up like iRacing and do like a fucking race, like a race, like a an actual like get the stewards
yeah,
out here. He crashed into me type bullshit.
yeah.
No, I got like 15 minutes of like drifting in. Uh,
Dude, I remember playing the dirt rally with it. That shit was crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Like
I I think
it,
Eric.
Eric also I think played that. In dirt rally
Yeah,
though, it
well,
was like it would be yeah, it would be like, "Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Oh my god, I just launched myself to the moon." And the great was so much better than I could ever do with a controller, too. It was weird.
you know the fun part about rally
What's that?
is those drivers are like super great and awesome, but when you watch like a full rally thing, you realize how much they crash.
Oh yeah.
A lot of times people
Sometimes they
just
will fuck that car up.
a lot of times people will just clip like the oh my god, how did they do it? But then like they won't clip like the four runs before that where they're just like they
Oh yeah.
themselves just like
Almost died wrapping themselves around a tree.
yeah.
Oh, they lost a tire off the wheel and kept going.
Like a lot of times they're not just pushing it to the edge and like they know where that edge is. They're just pushing it and hoping they're sometimes
They're
just pushing
hoping
it.
when they hit that edge, they don't fall off the cliff. That's what
Yeah,
they're hoping.
they're just like hoping they can recover, not necessarily actually recovering. Um, uh, yeah, I wish we could watch Rally. I really wish we could. I wish it was I wish there was like a format we could watch it in that was ideal.
Yeah.
it seems so fun, and it seems so, like, again,
I don't think it's
action
a
packed.
great viewer sport. Like,
That's the issue is I want to watch, like, I wanna
I
watch those
know.
runs. I wanna watch and I don't want, like, highlights are fun, but they just feel so, like, disconnected from it.
Yeah. But it's like just so much time. Like, you got to spend a whole day watching,
You
is the
do.
problem.
It's just yeah. But it's just such a I'd love to watch, like, you know, them shooting down these corridors, hopping, like, taking those
Yeah,
turns. It's probably the most fun racing to watch, but the hardest to watch.
probably. And I think that might be why there's so many spectators. Like,
Yeah.
I think it would probably be a cool enough spectator sport to just be like, hey, you want to go spend a weekend sitting on the side of the road watching some cars go flying through the air past us?
Yeah.
Like you can find the cool spot to sit at and just chill. And then every so many minutes, a car comes flying by.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you got a tree to hide behind.
It's almost like inverse. The lamer the racing, the easier it is to watch.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not gonna call NASCAR lame, but, like, in terms of, like, action, it's
Oval racing is, it's oval racing.
like, but it's super easy to watch. Like,
Yeah, you can sit
depending on,
there.
like, especially if you would sit, like,
You can
high in
see
the
them
oval.
racing the whole time.
Yeah, like, if you sat high in the oval and could see, like, just not, like, general, like, specific cars, and maybe you're losing a little bit of perception of, like, where they are in,
Sure.
like, the back and front, but, like, you can watch the car go all the way, like, around,
Yeah.
um, up to Raleigh, where it's like they're hopping for a day over these massive banks. But, anyways, that was that was the tangent I didn't expect to go down. Um, oh, uh, did my Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Had to buy a shit ton of extension cords. It's the only thing I hate about Christmas lights is I'll have, like, all the extension cords I'd ever wanted in my life now, but you have to buy them to begin with.
Or you gotta meticulously plan the direction everything goes and put enough lights that you can connect them up.
Yeah, but when you want it to look good, then you have to end them where they have to end.
What the fuck am I doing?
Like, almost every, nearly every plant in that picture has its
Mm-hmm.
own extension cord go to it.
Fair. I can see why. It looks good though. I like it.
Thanks. LEDs are bright.
They are.
I think I said this to you the other day, but it's crazy how basically all those lights can go into one outlet, and it's less than, like, one 300 light strand of incandescence was power wise.
Oh yeah, they're nothing. That's something that
Like,
LEDs are great for.
even just be like being able to, like, I never had to worry about plugging just another strand in. Like, it was always like, it's fine. But back in the
Exactly.
day of doing, like,
It was like three, and then you're sweating like, oh god,
if you do
is
three in a
something gonna
chain,
burn on fire?
for the incandescence, and you, like, kind of had to stop, and then it was like there's only so many in outlet. I did a lot. I've had to do a lot over the years. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's um not fun. But yeah,
yeah. How
that
long
was
did
my
that take
weekend
you?
project before it rained. Got out there. Look, I was the only neighbor that was. Thankfully, other people have put up lights now, but I was the first one to do it. So I feel like I got everyone gear. The whole other part side of the street, except, like, the one person that has a couple lights above their doors, like, dark, our side of the street is kind of lit up now.
Nice.
A house, like, a little bit, like, way down, is like, uh, they fucking go goddamn so overboard on their. They might even post my. Red truck house. They have like this. They have like the iconic like red truck, like the um. Here it is. They park like the Hallmark red truck in front of their house that they have,
Yeah.
and they do their house so crazy. Um, with lights. Let me see if do they have anything on their Instagram from their house. Like,
I saw a truck that looked exactly like that today on a trailer as I
did you?
was out. Yeah.
Awesome trucks. Like just the looks and stuff. Like,
I think I
oh
had a
yeah, here.
teacher that had one of them too, or something similar.
I don't know if you. I don't know if Instagram will be weird about this.
More than likely.
Like, I don't know if you can click that link and it'll just like show. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the house that's like so, a little bit up from me, but
It does look
they go
good.
pretty. It's not like one of those houses that go so insane with the lights. It's like light throw up, but like this is where I would.
No, but I that's like
This is
highly classy done lights, I feel like.
yeah, like this is like well done, classy, looks really good, and like looks reasonable, acceptable. I could
Yeah.
find you a house where someone threw up just like every light imaginable on every empty square foot, but that's just like not. I think that's easier just because you're just going all about coverage, not about.
Yeah.
Yes, they put effort into making it look good and classy, and it's always like it's so bright. They're like whole yard is like lit up. Um, yeah, that was my thing. Then I tried to fix my Christmas tree that has pre-strung incandescent lights, and I've replaced like nearly 100 lights on that thing, but it's I think the strands finally shot. They keep shorting out bulbs as I replace them, so
Mm-hmm.
time to get rid of the tree and get a pre-strung one with LED lights that'll last for 20 years.
There you go. It's Christmas time.
No, that's after Christmas time. We're gonna be smart and buy the tree after the season.
That is a good plan.
Tis the sales to be happened. Um, yeah, that was my yearly crawl up into the attic, get all the Christmas stuff. Remember that the attic has a bunch of shit from the old owners that I need to get rid of. You want some old ice skates? I got some old ice skates.
No, I'm okay.
There's a box of like old school fuses, and it's not the ceramic fuses, but like dying light fuses that are like the big bars that you like rip out and put like the
Uh-huh.
bar of steel between.
Uh-huh.
I got a box of those up there if you want them.
No, okay.
What if you need something that's big? Big power.
Big power. I got some wire for that. I'll be okay.
All right.
I got a welder
Uh,
plug in a couple places. Just use that.
I don't know. Uh, but anyways, you said you had your light out inside in front of your house, right? It's green now.
I usually do. I haven't yet. I should probably do that. I have a wreath too. One of these days. I'll get to that.
December on Friday.
I know. Well, that sounds like a great time to do it. December.
December. How was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was good. All the food that I made turned out well. It was good.
The biggest thing I learned this Thanksgiving is I forgot
Yeah.
hunting's on Saturday now.
Yeah. That is a thing.
Because Madeline's one side of the family I went to, everyone was talking about like they were like, "Oh yeah, oh, I'm going tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh, leaving tomorrow to go to like wherever." And I'm like,
I think it's
"What are you?"
different based on where in the state you are too.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you guys talking? I'm like, wait, it seems a little early to like go, and then I'm like, oh shit, you can hunt on Saturday now, and it's not really weird, but it's very much like the cultural difference of like seeing beer at a gas station. Like it's definitely like, what are
Yeah.
you talking about hunting on Saturday?
I think my cousin was hunting geese the morning of Thanksgiving. So that was happening.
Hunt geese?
Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was the season.
Yeah. Apparently. I don't know. I
I
wasn't
don't
out
know.
there.
I feel like I've never seen I don't think I've ever seen a friend of mine ever post a picture with like a dead goose. Like, oh man, got him.
You know?
I guess
I don't, it's like a
I don't
turkey. It's just a
guess, but like
goose.
it's more spiteful.
It's a cobra
Like,
chicken.
basically, yeah. Like, what the damn? Did he get one? I mean, I guess he would get one. They're everywhere. Like, how can you not get one?
I didn't really hear about if he did or
Is there a
not, to be
type of
honest.
geese? I'm like
I,
now like, is there like hunting geese, or is there like in front of my work, or when I go for my walks over lunch at work, like there's like 50 geese that just like stare me down. The one like tried to attack me because I kept walking too close to its nest. Is that like a goose or a geese I could like kill and like eat, or is that like a different like
I
species?
think, yeah. I think you can.
Like the ones that used to like intimidate Fee when he would go back to his like
Yeah.
apartment, like those
Fucking
would be like
blast him. I don't actually know, though.
okay.
Um,
It's just like I don't think anyone would ever consume a pigeon nowadays. Like I don't think it's like a bird you would ever eat. Like it's just like they eat trash. Like it's not like a. It's like a yeah you can eat birds, but like I want to eat. I don't think pigeons are like edible. You might like lose IQ points. Maybe there's a pigeon season. Seagull? You could like there's a seagull season.
yeah,
Can
I
you
don't.
hunt? Can can you hunt?
23 to 24, migratory game bird season. Canada geese. Um, October 28th through November 24th.
Damn, a
Eight
whole month.
goose.
8.
Uh, eight goose daily limit. Five goose
Damn.
in the latter three segments. Yeah.
You can
So
go
no
get
matter
8.
what, in these segments of days, you can go get five goose a day.
Well, I thought you said 8 a day. Wait, what was that? Sorry.
Well, the first okay, from September 1st through 25th, you can get eight
A day.
a day. I think a person. Yeah, it's got to be
That's a crazy amount.
eight geese a person. Oh no, he definitely got geese. Yeah, I remember him saying that everyone unloaded their guns at one point, and some of them reloaded to get more shots out. I think they dropped like eight at a time.
That's a lot of bird.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean, I guess you get like geese breasts out of them. I guess they're like chicken
it,
breasts. They're like
it's
turkey breast.
it's a bird. Yeah,
Do you think it's more chickeny or turkey?
I'm leaning towards more like a duck
Okay, that's fair.
because I'm thinking of like waterproofing. You know, I think it's a fatty bird. I think it's gonna be closer to a duck.
Darker meat.
I, what? How do I
Ducks are
word
darker
this?
meat, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I don't. I've had duck. I think I've had like duck once. To be honest with you, like I have no real recollection of what it is or like what it tastes like. Were you a duck guy?
Holy
Do you have like fam?
no, I'm not a duck guy. Canada geese has a mild flavor that results in good eating. Done properly, it resembles lean beef in texture. I
What?
swear to God, this looks like beef that I'm looking at right now.
What? What? We're- Now we're talking about cows?
This is what I googled, and this is
What?
the picture that I got back.
Can we get brisket fried? What? Are we turning this shit into jerky?
That dude is, yeah. This looks like steak, honestly. If you
I'm
put
not
that
get.
on a plate and told me to eat that, I think you're serving me steak.
I I will. 10 minutes ago, Nick was like wrong. I will accept that whatever opinion he had on like hunting geese was wrong. Apparently, these guys are getting like fucking like flank or like these guys are getting New York strips, 8 of them a day, like
Times
plumped
two.
out of the times two. Like fuck, that looks like great roast.
I
Like
know.
like you put that in a pot roast and it gets all stewed up. You probably have no.
Maybe someday Nick will be making goose jerky.
I'm just blown away. That's red meat.
I know. It really looks like like beef, honestly. Like it looks like it's cooked medium rare. Like look
I
at
think
that
the
thing.
people I think the people that know about this aren't letting us like they're not telling us because I feel like they have like a free like steak farm going on.
That was a little surprising. I wasn't
100%
expecting that one.
any goose hunter won't tell you about this because they don't want you to know they're out here like getting 8 steaks a day. Not 8 steaks, but like uh, three, maybe 3 or 4 steaks, maybe two, three, four
Yeah,
steaks a
I
bird.
don't know. I
Let's
don't
say
know.
4 steaks a bird, 4 good sized, 4 Bruno-sized steaks.
There you go.
Some big old thick slab steaks.
Yeah, dude, whoo-wee. Was not expecting that one.
Getting like 24 fucking steaks a day. Oh, that's okay. I'm, I'm.
That's a lot of geese.
That's a lot of geese.
I don't know
We have.
anyone that likes having geese around either.
How can we be? How can these people be out here killing 8 geese a day and we still have so many?
Because you just told me that no one knows about it.
I can't wait to go blow Fee's mind after this like podcast. Like I'm.
What animal's meat do you think a goose is closest to?
I love hers. I love how her would be like. It's a bird. And then
Oh, yeah.
he'd say it's a bird, and he'd come out and be like, it'd be like, oh, it probably tastes like fish.
Why do you know his brain so well?
It flies. It's in the water, like a mackerel, like a tuna.
Oh, God.
Ah, man, we learn a lot. We've learned the amount of things we've learned on this podcast.
True.
Seagulls are protected with virtually all other birds that don't have a dedicated hunting season by the Migratory Bird Act of 1918.
Fuck them seagulls.
So you can't fucking kill seagulls? That feels wrong. We can kill geese, but we can't. Those Canadian. I bet it's like open season on geese up there in Canada.
It might be their bird, though. Are we killing their country's bird?
Bro, they
It's in the
better be
name.
if they're letting all of these steaks fly south to get killed. I feel like that's a them problem. Like they should reevaluate their like pride. Pick a bird that doesn't seem good to eat like an eagle.
More than 500,000 Canadian geese are being taken in Canada each year by hunters.
How are there so many? Again, there's like 50
I'm
to 6.
gonna I'm gonna ask our resident Canadian later about, first off, do you know that they hunt Canadian geese? Second off, what animal is the meat closest to?
500. How many Canadians are there? Do you roughly know their
Offhand,
country?
I'm going to say 30 million.
Okay.
38. I thought it was in the 30s. 38 million.
So that's a large. Okay. My math is braining of like how many of them are like, because I guess a lot of them are city people. Yeah. Okay.
I think that like Toronto is like 8 million people.
Right. They're not killing geese.
Sorry, 3 million. I'm way off in my numbers today.
Okay. They're still not killing geese though. Man. Okay. Shit. Well, they don't got rats to eat, so I guess I don't know. Does that like help? That's just Alberta. You know,
I'm trying to find a
I
number of how many geese we hunt.
kind of want to do like a Steve video where he buys geese. And he does like a nice geese, like a nice geese steak
Oh,
on.
we shoot like 3 million a year of
What?
geese.
I feel we've done nothing to dent their population.
Dude,
Like
I saw
honestly,
like 200 of them the other day down the road.
that's what I mean. Like I feel like we've done
No, like
nothing to harm.
literally 200 of them. I
I
swear to
believe
God.
you. They like stay in big. They have a lot of kids. Like they
They
populate.
must.
I this morning when I woke up out, I wouldn't. You couldn't have told me we kill like 3 million of those fuckers yearly, and we walk away feeling as if we've made zero substantial dent to their I've never even heard people complain that like their population's hurting. If anything, I've seen more in my lifetime than I've ever seen before. Okay. Shit. Whatever.
That's crazy that I searched the meat and it came up as a steak. I swear to God, that thing was straight cow. Blows my mind.
I'm pissed we can't hunt seagulls.
I don't think I want seagulls.
At this point, I
They
don't know
they
what it
eat a
would
lot
taste
of
like.
garbage.
I maybe, but maybe it's gonna be like fucking caviar when you open it. I don't know. Maybe like one seagull's a filet mignon. They're both they're waterproof. They sit they fly.
Have you ever tried like any weird meats?
I've
Like, have
always
you
wanted
ever
to try alligator.
alligator? Never had that.
I've never either, but I've always wanted to try it.
I feel
I
like I
haven't really.
haven't. I feel like I haven't gone too wide. I would though. Like, if you were
I
like,
think you're.
"Hey, I'm gonna try this. You with me?" I'd be like, "Sure, why not?"
I've tried your like basic like Pennsylvania meats. So like anything, any like real game in the state that you would like.
Sure,
I've had the venison. I've had uh every. I've had some like weirder, not jerkies, but like beef. Like I've had like bison beef sticks.
sure.
Like I've had a bison burger. That was like not. It was it was like a different flavor-ish of a cow. I haven't gotten exotic on the fishes, to be honest with you.
I've had a good amount of fish.
Exotic
Of
fish or like basic beef fish?
like I love mahi mahi. I like wahoo. Yellowfin tuna is delicious. Um, I've had striper before. I've had bluefish, which is one that not a lot of people like. I thought it was fine. I don't know. I feel like I've gotten out there a little bit.
yeah, no,
M-
I- again, we weren't
You know, more than
not
like salmon and tuna in a can, for sure.
cod.
Like I've had skipjack tuna, yellowfin, bluefin,
You ever have catfish?
maybe. I don't
I feel
really
like I've had
remember.
cat. I feel like in some way, shape, or form I've had catfish. I
I
forget
feel like
where,
I've
but
probably had catfish, but yeah.
um
I'm always up for a good calamari. I got no problem with that.
I have no issues with
I think
calamari either.
I think I've had octopus before. I think
Isn't no, that's squid. Calamari squid.
calamari is squid, but I don't know. Yeah, you know.
I like my shrimp. Never. I've I've never had. Well, I guess you know how hard it is to get crawfish, but I've never had them.
Me neither. I
Yeah,
want them.
like yeah. But even like in Maryland, when like, I've gone to Ocean City and like done like seafood, it's not that I've ever had them there either. Not that you would expect them, but because they probably can order them, that you would like expect
Yeah,
to possibly have the opportunity to.
and I've done crabbing for like small shell, hard shell
Yeah,
crabs before, and eat the crabs that I have caught.
yeah, we did that down on the Outer Banks when I was younger.
Yeah,
Um, do you like crab or lobster better?
I don't love lobster. Like it's fine, and maybe I just haven't had great ones. I'd much rather have crab.
Yeah, I like lobster. I like lobster as like an addition to things, but I like crab
Fair.
as like lobster on like a pasta dish or like a
Mm-hmm.
lobster added to other dishes I like better than but I like crab like more in pure form, but I do like crab cakes as well. But most of crab
Yeah.
cakes aren't even crab, they're more like
Oh, dude. So my grandparents used to have a house in Delaware, right,
yep,
on the Indian River.
yep.
It was like it was a trailer, but it was a nice trailer, like with some porch addition kind of things going
You can
on.
go down there for the summer and enjoy a good summer and then
Absolutely.
leave it in
Yeah.
the winter because you don't care about it.
Yep. So, I grew up, they always spent the summer down there. So I grew up down there a lot. Um, like they were mentioning Rehoboth earlier. That was like my neck of the woods down there.
Hmm.
Like I wasn't in Rehoboth, but Rehoboth was like a 30-minute drive and I could be
Yep.
on Rehoboth Beach. It was like a 10-minute boat ride.
In
Um,
sorry, in Delaware, what is the speedway? Is it just the Delaware Speedway? What's the speedway in Delaware?
I don't fucking know. The one that like Highway 1 goes all the way
Yeah,
down the side of like
yeah. Isn't there a
Oceanside.
speedway along that?
Oh, Dover Speedway. Yeah,
Dover,
Dover.
yeah.
The Monster Mile, Dover Speedway.
Sorry, I could not for I knew it was a big one. I just couldn't remember which it was.
Yeah. It's crazy driving by it. Like it is a large facility.
I it, one of those like no reason to actually enjoy it because it's just like driving by a speedway, but like driving by it is always fun to look out on the sign and be like, damn, that's big.
Yeah. Um but we would get crab meat, like jumbo lump crab meat that some old lady just got done picking out of the crab. I'm talking like lumps like this, right? And turn them into crab cakes. And it was mostly crab with enough stuff to hold it together, just barely. Oh my god, they were delicious every time we ever had them.
I'm sure.
But that's a expensive meal. You don't have all that often kind of thing.
Hoping to have it next week.
Yeah, there. And I don't mind shitty crab cakes, but when you have good crab cakes, you there's like a line where you can be on one side or the other, and you can
If I'm
tell
going
when you get them.
if I'm going like the shittier, like if I'm going cheaper side, I'll try to get the seafood cakes, or it's just a bunch of random like whatever they have extra ground up and put into a cake. It's not a crab cake, but it tends to be better 'cause, like
Sure,
just a
like one of them is a hockey puck of assorted meat and cracker and breadcrumb. And the other one is like, holy shit, that's a crab cake.
Yeah. So if I'm going on the cheaper side, if I'm gonna do it myself, I do like the seafood cakes. They're not a replacement, but definitely they hit harder than like cheap crab cakes.
Yeah, like we were making crab cakes that looked like this, where you could
Yeah.
see the lumps of crab in them.
Oh, hit me with a crab cake sandwich. I
Yeah,
fucking love
any
like
day.
with a brioche bun and some like
Sure.
oh
Sounds delicious.
and an aioli. I don't want tartar sauce, but give me like an like a
Okay.
garlic aioli, like
Sounds
a
great.
not mayo, but like a little like more garlicky, more like
Yeah. Sounds
yeah.
delicious.
Well, hey, so the apparently we have to put on our goddamn vacation time for September, like right now for next year.
Dude,
We had to start talking. We had to start
I
talking
was
about
in
the
the
fucking
middle
voice.
of golf, dude. I was trying to remember how to swing a club in PGA Tour
And you're asked, what's
2K23.
your like third September of September, like third weekend in September? Is that looking like?
Yeah, and they're like, "All right, we got to know now." What the fuck, man? I hit a quad bogey on hole 2. It was not
Yeah,
going good.
but
And then I almost holed like I almost got a hole in one on one hole.
they're wilding out.
I know. Oh, I got something to talk about with you.
Oh, send it.
Beef jerky.
Oh yeah, you
All
got three
right.
flavors.
I
Original,
got
which
three
should have turned
flavors.
out good.
Original. It turned out hot, but that's fine. It's good.
Expected hot or like unexpected hot?
A little unexpected. I think I forgot how hot my hot sauce is.
Put too much in?
Yeah. I think my ratio, I didn't make, these were small they were like 1 1/3 pound batches. And I think I
Okay.
was mixing for like, I don't know, 3 4 pounds worth. And my quantities got messed up with my head when I was putting hot sauce in.
Gotcha.
I think I was supposed to use a teaspoon for like 3 to 5 pounds, and I used like a half to 3/4 teaspoon for like 1 1/3 pounds. It just got hot quick. It's
Yep.
fine. It's good. Um, Always a staple. I made. I found a recipe for something called sweet heat. There was a lot of brown sugar, and I threw in some honey. It had a lot of red pepper flake in it, and I added a touch of hot sauce.
Okay.
It's turning out pretty good. It was a little funky when it was warm, but once it cooled off, I think it got better.
That's good.
And the last one, I made a. You ever have Thai sweet chili dipping sauce?
A little bit, not too much.
Okay. Well, I dumped like a whole bottle of that and a couple other things on top of some meat.
Okay.
First thing, when I went to check on that at like the 4 hour mark, that shit was dry as hell already,
Yeah.
which I was not expecting it to be, and none of the other stuff was. So I don't know what the deal with that is. There must be some correlation between marinade and dry time because, wow, um, I'm still up in the air about it. It's definitely edible. Um, Compared to the last time I tried to make a Thai sweet chili something,
Yeah.
we're miles ahead.
That's
But
good.
round 2 is kind of. It's definitely not a winner, but
It still
it's
has potential.
okay. I I don't know.
Maybe just like it's just
I
not a.
I think I need. I haven't tried too much of it yet, so I might need more time to get back to you on that one. The sweet heat was pretty good though.
So I saw this recipe the other day. Um, it popped up in something else. I was trying to look up for some like Asian like dishes for dinner. I always try to like throw something new in every once in a while.
Yeah.
And like this one came up for like grilling. But then it like hit me like it might be good for jerky. I'm gonna try it with like I'm gonna try to marinate beef in it and like just cooking it to see what the flavor profile is. But I would
Soy sauce,
I
sesame oil, garlic. I don't know how garlic and beef jerky go together because there's like a whole risk of botulism thing with real garlic.
I'd use powder. I'm not gonna use
Um,
cloves.
yeah. Rice wine, sure. That's fine. And then spicy. I want to know what spicy chili paste people fucking use. I need more information.
Yes.
Because
I mean,
I've come
if you
across this so many times in like Asian recipes
yeah,
where it's just
they just
like
say
spicy chili paste. Tell me what, motherfucker.
it might be one of those things where it's like rice, where people all have their own like brand of rice they like their flavor profile of, and it's like don't try to point someone there and just like
I get that, but I feel like I have been down this road and I'm not on the right street before.
and maybe you just need to go down, you know.
Well, maybe when I go, I need to buy rice still. I have not bought rice yet. I need to go back in the Reading and buy a bigger bag of rice this time. So maybe when I do that, I'll look around for spicy chili paste. The problem
Uh,
is I'm not going to be able to understand and read what the fuck I'm looking at. That's the other problem.
yeah.
Like all of the products in that store, the primary language on everything was Chinese or Japanese or Korean. It was like a whole Asian market. And then in little tiny text beneath everything was what it was in English. So I might be asking a lot of questions.
I don't know if it was this one or not, but I saw someone recommend to add a little bit of ginger to this as well. You know.
I God, I try. So ginger was one of I added ginger powder to the sweet chili, the Thai sweet chili thing.
Mm, didn't work out, or you would think
I don't
it's
know. I
causing.
have no idea. The beef jerky that came out versus what I put in is vastly different, and I don't know what the deal is with that. Like I put in a jar of. I'm talking like this recipe was 98% a bottle of Thai sweet chili dipping sauce.
I
So I expected to be tasting sweet chili
I
sauce,
yeah.
and it's just not what I was getting. It also stuck to the rack really bad, which made me angry. It did not
Uh,
want to come off the rack.
oh, okay. Wait. Um. Okay. No, that's chili. That's chili oil. Saw like I saw that. I'm gonna post it. Again, I'm just copying. Cause this was chili oil with fried garlic. So I'm like, oh, what if I use that?
So, okay, do you know ooh, that does look pretty good. Do
'Cause
you know
that would probably like don't worry about garlic. Like that's meant. It's like it's packaging.
yeah.
Like that's
Do you know Sriracha sauce? The Rooster, that
yep.
brand?
Yes.
They make a chili garlic paste.
Okay.
And I have used that for other things. Like I could make like a bag of broccoli in the microwave
Yeah.
and put some of that on and mix it up and it's good. It's delicious. So maybe I'm not as far away as I think I am. Maybe I need to use some of that in something.
Yeah. But I think I don't know what type of beef I'll get. Maybe I'll get like I don't know. I'm gonna get some beef one of these days and like use this marinade and just cook it. But I just want to get the flavor profile of like a cooked. Like what does it taste like when you
Sure.
like add heat? I think I'm gonna go down this path. It sounded pretty good.
Yeah,
Um.
like I have I need to buy one, but once this loads, wow! I just clicked every scene in OBS that existed. Great. It looks exactly like this, but it's the actual brand, the Rooster
Cause
brand.
That would be good because that would add like I could get away from like that would cover a lot of the garlic and that. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe I should do something with it too. I don't know.
I hope one day we're both 70 years old. We're just sitting there eating some jerky, talking like some young players are looking to get in the game, and you and me have like,
Like, I wish Eric would get into it because I feel like we would get some Asian inspired beef jerky
oh
from it.
yeah, yeah. But again, I can't wait till one day when you and me have been doing this for years and we've been experimenting with flavors, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna try this." I'm like, "Don't do that." Mm-mm. No, boy.
Yeah. Fish sauce,
Uh-uh.
stay away.
Fish sauce. I went back. What was that 29, 2022? Was that fish sauce? Oh man, that was bad.
I made
No.
a batch that I nicknamed Stinky Fish because that's what it tasted like.
Old Bay, great. Don't use half the bottle. Fuck the Maryland crab. You'll be attracting crabs for miles with that bitch. Um.
You get within 2 states of Maryland and it's done for.
Also, a Mexican jerky.
I,
I feel like we
I
like
had that
getting.
thought just the other day. Like, would a taco strip of beef jerky taste good? I don't know.
Get a taco seasoning
Like,
packet and just dump it in.
exactly. Like, would taco seasoning on beef jerky work?
How would it not?
I don't know. But for some
Exactly.
reason, it scares me.
Oh, that'd be so. That would probably be really good if you got it right.
Yeah, it could be.
Everything, man. I hate how my palate is defined by not a lot of like. I hate how other like ethnicities have like these palate like spice defined palates. Where over here we're just like we got. I have nothing really to base off of.
I want to buy Szechuan peppercorns.
I've seen that reference in a lot of Asian like stuff.
No, like they have like 4 different types of spicy things over there, or some.
Yeah.
There's this whole thing, okay, and it's like, which spicy are you going for? And apparently, Szechuan is not the same spicy as the spicy that we know.
Yeah. It's
Like they
again.
have numbing spicy over there.
I've seen it referenced. I've seen things say about Sichuan. I just don't,
Yeah,
but I
I
have
had a
no. I have.
bottle of Szechuan stir fry sauce. Let me tell you, one, that shit was hot. Two, it was different, and I don't know what the deal was.
Oh man. One of these days we're gonna hit on a flavor. One of these days we're gonna
I'm
hit.
gonna be honest. My first hit flavor was mango habanero.
That
That
was
one
good.
was like, I saw something and was like, that could make beef jerky, and then I did it, and it's delicious. It's hot, but it's good.
I wouldn't call it a hit flavor, but it's always well received when I get it. People do like my buffalo ranch. It's not
Yeah,
like a hit flavor, but people like. I think Damon really liked it, and
yeah,
I think Fredo liked it, and then people like around here that I give it to tend they like yours. Don't get me wrong. Like, they definitely like the Bruno's original, as I call it, all the
yeah.
time.
And
They're just as happy to get that one sometimes.
but the other thing is, and you might need to think about this. That's what happens when you've been making it for 20 years.
Oh yeah,
Like, little things have changed over the years in tiny increments. Like, hey, do this just a little bit more, or do this, and that's what does so good with that. I don't even know where the fuck it came from. I don't know
yeah,
the
no,
origin of that.
yeah, no, yeah. I've changed a little bit of stuff with it. I I definitely think it's like it's gonna be the one I always go back to every once in a while because it's just
Yep.
like I do like a buffalo. I love buffalo taste and I like that ranch, like the
Mm-hmm.
zest it adds to it.
Yeah.
Um, oh, we'll end it there. We'll end it there, Bruno, because you want. Oh, big announcement. 2 week break. Because next week
Yeah.
I'll be on a ship on Wednesday next week, and then Tuesday
Okay.
I'll be on at some point, but I have to pack the night before. So we're just gonna deal with next week, and the week after that, I won't be with internet. So
Okay. So this is the last one for a little bit,
till
or is there one more?
no next Wednesday, I'll be gone. Like
Okay.
20th is so
Okay.
21st release date.
The pre-Christmas podcast. We go straight from
Pre-Christmas.
back from Thanksgiving to pre-Christmas. No problem.
Hopefully having that snowstorm that you've hyped me up for.
Dude, I don't know. Someone said it, and I relate it to you. That's all I
Oh,
know. That's
it's
all I
it's
can tell you.
it's I'm basing my happiness off of it, so it better hit.
So what I'm hearing is I need to take notes about shit that happens and be vigilant about it, so I remember everything.
Just yeah, note it down.
Yep.
But that's all we have for this week's episode. Thursdays are the best days podcast. Thanks for listening and goodbye.
See you later.